All right. It says we're live.
We are.
See if it's.
I'm alive.
I mean, we're both alive, but yeah, it says we're live. Cool. All right, let's do it.
Mark, have you seen my cool new website I just
Yeah,
published
sorry.
today?
I mean, yeah, Jace's brand new website, his new news aggregator. Yeah, absolutely. It looks amazing, but let's take a look now.
Yeah. Why don't you pull up your screen and you just tool around?
Hold on. Yeah, you're right, because we're going to just tool around. All right, give me 2 minutes. I should have been better prepared. Actually, what I have in here is probably better. So I'll share this.
So the purpose of this site is because ServiceNow has so much content, nobody can keep up with it, and I'm constantly trying to find stuff. So I used to have a 11D site with a Lambda backend that stored a JSON payload. So when you went to the site, it was a really small thing to load up, and the search was kind of snappy. But that payload got so big, it became not snappy anymore. Mm-hmm. And I loaded it all into a database now using Redwood.js with this fancy new design. And if you scroll down a little bit, I don't know why it's off screen for yours, but if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the total count of articles or posts.
Oh, you know why it is? Because I've got downloads here. Boom.
But it's like 26,000 links.
Holy cow, that's a lot. I mean, just look like. First of all, Andrew says, "Wow, it's LinkedIn," but yeah, look at this. This is a lot. Like,
yeah, if you click on one of those, it'll filter down the list to that one source. Yeah, I have your old one. You don't have an RSS feed, by the way, anymore.
I don't have an. Well, I don't think I ever did.
No, you did. How do you think I got these?
Well, I didn't. I don't know. Scraped it.
Anyways, so you can see here that these all link, and if you click one of those links, it opens in a proper new tab. Because nobody wants to tool around and jump around.
Yeah, let's actually look at something that's good here.
Phil goes deep? Sure.
Wait, what? Did I accidentally click something that had my name in it already? I didn't do that on purpose.
I don't know if this had your name in it. I didn't see it. But in any case, you can see like it's not that complicated, right, of an idea.
It's good. I didn't mean to. I must have been in this one with Phil. I didn't mean to.
No, I don't think you were. I think he was just making. No, you must have been. Yeah, you're right. You were totally in it. So a cool thing about this on desktop, it's not as cool, but on desktop, it's still kind of neat. Do you see that blue button on the right-hand side?
Blue button on the right-hand side. Yeah.
So that actually uses the native share in your browser's operating system, like configuration stuff. So if you click on that, it's going to ask you, do you want to share this with like an app or copy the clipboard or whatever? And if you do it on your phone, it does the native share there. It's really cool.
Maybe. Hold on. I may have your first defect to log here.
I mean, it doesn't work in Firefox because I think there's a bug in Firefox. Oh, it might have a defect. Yeah, that's definitely a bug. We have a bug.
That's all right. Come on, man. This is why we do this, right? Like,
yeah, I will all the time. I definitely need to add some graceful failures over there. But do you like my emoji top thing up there?
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, the big the big giant. If you didn't know that this was the settings, this is the settings button.
Well, that is really just so you can actually remove columns. So you don't want to see the feed because you don't care. No. You can remove feed. Say you wanted to show 100 rows instead of 10.
Now you're going to give me the option of 100. Graceful failures. Yeah, Drew. Like, we don't need to do that.
Oh, wait, where's this chat? I don't see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, there's Andrew and Drew. Oh man.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about this for just a second, because this is the first time I'm using StreamYard, and it's the first like 2 minutes of me using, or 4.5 minutes of me using it. And I already noticed that there's amazing stuff going on here because I did not put us in this view. It just popped in as soon as I started sharing, which is amazing. The chat is amazing because it's just right here and I can see it, and it's just graceful and amazing. Like,
can I chat with them somehow?
I think you can.
I see private chat. Hello from
comments private. Up at the top. Isn't there a comments?
I have to like log in, it says, but there's no button to log in. Some destinations won't get comments. I don't have a button.
Oh no, he's gone. He pushed too many buttons. Well, we'll see if he comes back. I guess I'll vamp for a few minutes because I don't know what's gonna happen here. Well, let's what can we vamp about? My gosh, today has been just crazy. Yesterday was crazy. I'm going on vacation next week, and it has just been insane with just emails and craziness. Um, but yeah, I always wonder, if you're going on vacation, is it sometimes it's just easier not to. Maybe a vacation is not going on vacation. Walt. Hey, Walt, how's it going, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. There's Jace.
You logged in.
Back in. Hey, buddy.
All
What
right.
did you press?
Really cool. Well, I use a guest account
Mm,
on Chrome because I'm like, I don't want anything showing here that I don't want to necessarily accidentally show.
got it. Yeah.
Like you're not logged in, so I click on logged in. It's like, oh, it's a new guest window. Too bad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It just, well, I mean, look, we were just talking about like how awesome this tool is, right? And then you just kind of take off like, oops, like
That was my mistake, not the tools.
So. Yeah. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do, right? It redirected you and logged you in and then got back where you're supposed to be. But yeah. Yeah. So now you can actually see the chat, which is interesting because Jason and I have commingled our social here. So it's gonna be, I don't know who, we're pulling content from both places. Like I see Walt and I worked for a company a long time ago. So this is awesome. Like so yeah, we're getting some people watching this. I didn't think we were going to.
Is there like a count somewhere? I don't want to know. You know what? It's fine.
Oh, there's no count. We're not doing it for the fame. We're just doing it for the glory.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, what I was saying is you can see there's like 26,000 of these links in here.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to get rid of link route links, but I totally want to eventually, but that's going to be its own process. So it's really cool about this system is it's mostly serverless.
I can't believe it's not YouTube, Doric. Yeah, well,
wait, I think we're on YouTube too, Rob, on my Jace Now channel.
Yeah, huh? We're trying. Yeah, Jace's channel's got YouTube going.
Yeah.
No, what I love about this though, Jace, is that it's not a traditional SQL database, right? Like, and that's what I don't think a lot of people know is like this is all JavaScript, right?
This is a traditional SQL database.
Traditional SQL. Okay, I thought it was a new SQL database you were pulling.
No, I'm using there's a system called Prisma which abstracts databases, and so it's Postgres on the back, and I'm using Prisma to abstract the database layer, so I can actually get to it through GraphQL. If you'd like, I can show you the GraphQL calls right now. Would you like to see
what's awesome about this is you can share your screen. Absolutely, please have at
you can look at it right now. I can show you.
All right,
you just because like so the APIs you're hitting are all public. I have to like expose those so folks can see some of it.
Ooh, yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's do
F12, man.
F12, you got it.
Like you can do it with a Postman or something, but let's just do it in a browser. We're right here. Or inspect element. And
inspect. I was like, I'm hitting F12. It's not doing anything.
Right.
Where's my inspect going?
Come on. I don't know. Is it not part of this window?
It has to be.
Take it to the blockchain. Oh man, that Web3 stuff is I'm not ready to commit to anything blockchain or Web3. I know some people that are, and that's totally great for them, but I'm not sure where that stuff's gonna land.
Yeah. Well, what? Did you see that?
No.
That was the longest it took that I've ever seen it. I gave up. I didn't think the inspector was going to pop up.
All right. If you go to like here, why don't you just go back to the very top of the left-hand links, and let's just go to all.
Yep, you got it.
That way we get like a barrage of content, not just Phil's great content. So if you can see there that GraphQL, that's pending. Yep. It's loading. That's why the skeleton loader is here. If you click on that, and then you click on that curly braces at the bottom of that little section there.
Yep. And it formats. nicely.
If you go to payload, you
Mhm.
can see what you sent,
Okay.
right? And
Oh.
it's hard. So GraphQL is kind of hard to read,
Mhm.
but I think it says search public items, filter, string, skip,
Yeah,
int,
okay, here it
take,
is.
int, right? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know that there's a way to format that in a pretty way with these
mm,
editors,
okay, yeah.
but I mean, in effect, I'm dictating what I'm getting back,
Right,
right? So if
right.
you're not familiar with GraphQL, I very highly recommend you read up on it because ServiceNow is going there and there are GraphQL APIs
Mhm, mhm.
that you can totally hit, and they're
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, so Walt
Um,
Walt says he didn't know that ServiceNow could do Graph. This actually isn't Graph. Well, this isn't ServiceNow. Sorry, this is GraphQL, but this isn't ServiceNow. This is Redwood.js. But there are plugins into ServiceNow for GraphQL nowadays. I think it's more recent.
you don't have to turn anything on; like they're there. You
Really?
can
Oh, it's
just
already there.
use them.
Okay,
And
that's neat.
there are some glide. So all of the in the UI builder, you can pick like the different glide record helpers and other things. Those are all GraphQL queries
Got it. Okay.
or mutations. So if you're familiar with GraphQL, like that'll mean something to you. If you're not, I highly recommend reading up on it.
Yeah, I need to get.
There's I'll I'll comment on this video on LinkedIn with links to some of the stuff that a guy named Noxify wrote up about GraphQL a couple of years ago that really helped me on it.
That's going to be okay. Now there's where our content challenge is going to be, because there's going to be content from me, there's going to be content from you, and we're going to have to make sure we put the
Don't
link.
worry, I'll link to it on news.jace.pro. It'll be easy to
Oh, look
find.
at that! There you go. Yeah, use Jason. If you're watching this now and you're like, I have no idea what's going on.
Wait, do you have the link to the live stream to LinkedIn right now?
I'm live
Or
streaming to my LinkedIn as we speak.
yeah, so the stream on LinkedIn, you have
Yeah.
a live stream. Is that link going to be I wonder if that's going to be the permanent link for
I don't know.
the
Hey,
video.
let's go. All right. Let's get super meta here. I'm gonna log into my LinkedIn while I'm
Mike,
streaming.
I love your laughing out loud, Mike. If you guys have any questions about stuff, you should just ask in the comments and I will try to answer you as you go. And there's Courtney. Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah, Courtney's here.
Oh,
Oh,
I totally miss getting together. Yeah, so here, copy that link. I'm gonna show everybody here how they can make a link right now on news.jace.pro, and I haven't restricted it yet. So
Lombardo reshared it. Oh man, it's probably going to go poorly for everyone that's expecting some sort of entertainment.
no, it's
Oh
gonna
man,
go great.
I didn't mean to open my profile. Come on. You know what I think is, I'm sharing this and it's super slow. That is the one thing I'm not into right now, is it's just really slow. But my Chrome tab is just taking forever.
Yeah.
And it shows me live. Oh my gosh, it shows me live on top.
That's cool. I gotta admit,
neat.
LinkedIn really makes that nice there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you know what, Courtney? There's been some people on Twitter doing some like random 30-minute coffee break things, and I've loved it. Like, we should totally make this a normal thing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
like happy hour or something. I don't know. Like
yeah,
happy hour or whatever. Coffee chat.
yeah. All right, so get the link to
I was
the
trying, but
LinkedIn
then it
stream.
backed me all the way back out of my profile. I don't know why it did that. Like, it's just
hide your messages. Oh
yeah, I had the messages open slightly, but I minimized them.
I hope you didn't expose something.
First of all, come on, LinkedIn is not the place that someone should be giving me, like, super secret stuff. Okay, all right, I'm trying to go.
So one thing I have to say, I hate LinkedIn for finding content. It is by far the most obnoxious place to search for stuff.
It is a little hard.
And like, I literally looked in the APIs to like pull data out of it about ServiceNow stuff for this news aggregator that I've had before. It's always been so painful.
The problem is that's not the point of LinkedIn, right? I mean,
all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a TBD post on news.jace.pro and we'll replace it later.
Okay.
We don't need the link.
Not like, I don't know what LinkedIn is forever. Like, this is,
I mean, it just goes to show, like, my claims are founded. They're true.
But watch the amazing performance impact that doesn't happen here, right? Like we'll hit the refresh.
Well,
Look,
I've done a lot of things. So
it loads. It's just loading. Like everything's there. It is. See, it gives me there we go, and it loads.
it could be faster. I'm told the database I'm using, the host isn't the fastest, but it's all right now on free tiers, so it doesn't cost me anything. So on the
Mike, we're trying to grab the link to the post so that Jace can add the comments.
That's I'm not gonna. You're gonna add it, Mark.
We'll do it later.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. On the very top right, there's a little.
Oh, in here in your news aggregator.
Yeah, on the very top right, the little tiny drop down. Click on login.
Log in. I'll need to make an account.
Don't worry. I don't require hardly anything. Make an account. Give it whatever name you want.
Okay.
If you want, you can make it Deckard Cain. I don't know where I got that name from.
Wow. Okay.
You don't have to give an email. You can just give a username.
Hold on. I'm going to switch back to, I'm going to do this so that nobody steals my account, right? Like,
right now I have no, this account you make.
Not required, used for password resets for email. Okay, let's do it.
So when I pull in people from their posts, I don't know if you saw that below every post was like a tag of who is in it. I don't actually make those users because I don't have any details about who that person really is. Like I don't have their email or
that's good.
Their username, right? Because I don't know. Like you could say that you're Mark on ServiceNow's community, and you could say that you're Phil on
you wanted,
on YouTube, right? Yeah. So I'm just pulling in whatever they say the creator is based on the RSS feed or the JS.
Okay, so.
But once you make the account, it'll log you in instantly, right? It doesn't.
Yep. Already logged in. Yeah. Back to.
So you can see it says Mark Scott on top there. And now if you click on item, you should be able to create something. Before you click it though, so I need to improve the UI for the form. Find a feed that you want to add this to. So maybe find your PHX feed because I don't remember the number and I haven't made the drop down nice for that. Just hover over it for a second or click on it and put it in the URL.
Yeah.
So it's 114. I can see in the address bar there.
Yep, right here.
That's the feed ID I associated to PHX stuff. So if you click on that new item at the very top.
Yep, which is right here, right?
No, that's like home. I should really
make that. Sorry, my bad. Okay,
where? Right. Just scroll up on the left.
Oh, duh.
Sorry, no, it's not duh. It's not intuitive. I really should make it a little bit different. So in here, just paste in Mark Scott went live with Jace on news.jace.pro or something. And we'll see if this spectacularly works. And then just type in whatever, http:// example VHX step or something. It has to be unique though. So if you put in an address that's part
here you go, kids. Ready for not .com. That's not my my website.
It's totally fine.
Testing. There we go.
We'll change this later, and then type in that number, that 114 here. I have drop downs in other places. I just haven't done it here.
That's cool. I'm gonna close my inspector because why am I not trying?
That might have been partly why it's slow. If you have
access to do that.
Oh no. Okay. So. Yep, you don't have access, so I must not have that opened up yet. I should open that up yet.
I don't know,
but that's the idea. So I'm gonna have that item form.
To do that, I like having the plausible deniability. I'm I didn't break it.
Do you want access to it right now? I can up your rights. Let me give you rights, and we can see all the data. You want to see the data?
Sure.
There's no secrets in there right now.
No, I get it. I'm with you.
Here. Let me show you how easy it is. I can give you access.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I share? I gotta share.
Yeah, the share at the bottom, right?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Then no, that's a file. I don't want to share that. Share screen.
Share screen.
Share. Okay, screen, and we'll pick screen 2. All right. So I'm just gonna. Do you see my window being shared?
I will add it to the stream right now. There you go. It is sharing now.
So when you first come here, there's this privacy banner. Thank you, Phil Goes Deep, for telling me to be privacy conscious.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd only use cookies for authentication, just heads up. I even use cookies for no other reason. Well, I also use cookies to ask you if you accept cookies from this site. But that's how all the websites do it.
The Department of Redundancy department.
So just heads up. That's the only thing here.
That's good.
So in here, right? I'm not logged in. Let me log in.
Okay.
And my login is very secure.
Yeah.
I haven't made my username proper yet. Don't mind me.
Shh.
So you can
There's
see
not
here,
a-
I've got all these different things because I like all these systems that I want to make. They have like user authentication, role-based
Right.
access control, and that kind of stuff. So you made a user.
Yeah.
Let's add you to the admin group.
Okie dokie.
So new group member. Pick one. You know what? You can't see it. There's a hidden button here. I'm still working on a little usability stuff.
What's the hidden? Is it on accident that it was hidden?
Yeah, I added some color theming to my site, and I never had colors assigned to the button, so it looks like a funnel next to it. So if you you know what? Why don't you share? Why don't you take the share over?
Oh man, I just unshared. Yeah. No, let's do it. Here, hold on. Share screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Screen.
Yeah, so when you reshare, hopefully you haven't reloaded yet, because you don't have to log out and back in.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you just have to if you just refresh the page.
Wait, I gotta refresh the page.
You might not even need to. Let's try it
Okay.
without.
All
Let's
right.
see what
Let's
happens.
test it.
I'm not sure.
Let's see. All right. Let's try it. I just wanted to open the console just in case. Just in case we need to see if there's an error message.
Well,
you can
I
tell
don't know what's going on here.
where I'm like, open the console, open the console. Every time, open the console. There, all our errors just went away. What happened? We just cleared them all. All right, let's go. Don't mind me. There was a undefined reading observe.
I don't know what's going on with that error. That's interesting. But you didn't refresh your page, and now if you, oh, you know what? You totally have access because you can't see this page unless you have more access. Click on all again on the top left.
Okay.
Hey, Walt, I'm glad you're here watching us. I don't know who else still here, but
at least we're making Walt laugh.
you didn't even have to refresh.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. Well, I clicked all. That was it. But yeah.
I mean, it made the record. The feed items is
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, if I had navigated to the right place to begin with, I would have been right back here. This is awesome.
No, but you didn't navigate to the wrong place. I have a redirect to that place on that submission.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Right.
That works. That totally works.
But it totally made that link.
Yeah, it did.
And there it is.
And it's live.
And now it's in your PHX dev feed.
Yeah.
Don't mind those report buttons. They don't do anything yet.
I mean, even if I click them?
No, they're not wired up to nothing. Same with that plus.
Come on, you got to click a couple of buttons and see what happens. No.
But yeah, I mean that's the majority of the site. And if you refresh,
it doesn't do nothing. It console logs here to do.
So if you refresh now though, because you haven't, so the left-hand nav is made up of these things called cells. So there's a cell for the list of feeds, and that's public. Right. But that where it says plus item and there's that person, that's another cell that uses your access. And because you were logged in already, it hasn't refreshed that. If you refresh that, you'll get a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Oh no.
Why don't you refresh the page ones and just see what you get?
Okay, let's see what happens.
And the only thing here that is like semi-secret is just RSS feed links, and they're not secret. You just have to know how to find them. I don't care if people see them. I've already been asked if I can make an RSS feed of my RSS feeds.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, close your console so we don't have an itty-bitty screen. This is the screen for people, not for ants.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see the errors. Anyway.
There shouldn't be any, so I don't know.
I know that's what I'm saying. In case there's an error, I want to know that it's happening, man.
Like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anyways, you can see like it's there.
Yep. Yeah. This is awesome.
And yeah. But that's the site. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be wiring up some other stuff. I hope people tell me they want things from it, like maybe weekly notifications or something, because I can totally wire up email. It's not difficult at all.
Yeah. Well, and
Or
here's another thing to point out about this tool. Is you and I had a conversation earlier this week about about like what the logo or whatever it was, and I in a total joke I was like ServiceNow news on the hour, and it made it in like it's there.
it's true. I was like, you know what? I'm not good at this. I'll pay somebody on Fiverr. I found somebody I paid less than I should have, and they made me a logo that I was okay with. If anybody wants to change how it looks, please let me know it looks good and bad. I'm
No, I
just
think it
trying
looks
over
great.
here. But yeah, I love the search. If you use that search and you search for something, it finds everything about it. Like I'm obsessed with this slightly loonies old posts.
Mm-hmm.
If you just search for loony, like you'll see there's like 300 of them.
Oh, why am I not typing? Why am I not typing?
Is the type not working? It's
No.
working for me. Is your
Oh, it was my keyboard decided.
it's your keyboard.
That's right. Is it?
Oh, it's just a Y. Yeah, it can't correct errors that are actually errors that it doesn't know about yet.
User error. Like that's my problem. All right.
So like I like Slightly Looney so much, I made a post about him in my blog. But you can also see like I pulled in all this stuff from a decade ago.
Now. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 2011. I wonder who this is.
Chuck Tomazzi told me one day, and I didn't take note of it, so now it's lost the time.
It's lost the time. It's lost to ServiceNow lure. Yeah.
So
wow.
A couple ideas I had so far. You let me know what you think. So right now on the left, I have everything by maybe the type is invisible, like the button.
Yeah, my
typing.
Yeah, my typing.
Because of the delay. Yeah, I don't think so, but maybe. So right now on the
wrong input. That was all it was. Yeah. Sorry.
And right now on the left-hand side, below where it says logs, that's all just the sources. And so I was thinking after I put this together, because everybody's got like multiple sources for the same brand.
Sure.
I was thinking I should probably have like a parent or like have one record for all of their feeds and then just show the brand on the left instead of the specific feed. What do you think?
But that doesn't apply to everybody, right?
Like, no, but it applies to enough people. Like you can see Cask is in there twice.
Right, sure. I think
Creative.
Yeah, if it's obviously it's gonna be nice, right? Because if you could get all things that are Cask, but I guess then is it just a giant group by? Right? Like do you just group by all the names and just go, well, if it lines up,
it would just
right?
Well, it would be like so right now it's the way that those things are set up is those are actually the feeds. So every item, so like on your right here, all of these items, they have a single feed that they're associated to.
Okay.
You can only have one like source where this item came from because it was only posted in one place.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is when you've got Cask in there, right? Like how are you going to match up feeds? So for example, the biggest issue I have right here, or not with you, I'm just saying that the issue I see you having is here's my name, right?
Yeah.
Here's like my brand name.
Do you want to change your name to your brand name? Because you can do that here.
Yeah, I know. No, I want to be your outlier data.
Okay.
I want to be your outlier use case where you're what about
that? I was thinking that I could have a record that's like brand, and then I just associate the feeds to the brand.
Okay, so each like it would just all roll up. So eventually, but then what's the actual like top level name?
I would say the brand, whatever you say your brand is.
Yeah, but how do you make that distinction in code is what I'm saying. How do I decide what's a brand?
Don't worry about that. Let me worry about the code.
Okay.
You worry about what it should work like.
You know what? Here's what's funny, and this is what I know about you, Jace, that I don't think most people know, is your whole like don't even worry about that means that you'll be up like you'll be up in the middle of the night like fixing data. Like just like rearranging those relationships, I'm sure.
I mean, the import to get these 22,000 records may have taken me about 45 seconds each save. the last like 4 days each night to get the data right so I can populate all the items and then separately make other records to say Slightly Loony was a participant on this record. So like you can have multiple people on it. Like if you go to CJ and the Dukes feed,
Yeah.
you can see that both Corey Wesley and Robert Fedork are there.
So then therein lies another issue, right? Right. CJ and the Duke is both Rob Fedork and Corey Wesley. How do you then, whose brand, like who does that roll up under?
So that rolls up under one source.
Right. But then like but then that's Rob Fedork's content, right? Like that's,
well, he has CJ and the Duke, right? That this is its own separate spiel.
Okay, I see what
right?
you're saying. You're gonna make it, yeah, all right. You're gonna make it completely where you're like, no, that's a brand, that's their own thing. That's
so well, there's a source where this thing came from, right? Like I'm pulling this data from a source.
Yeah.
But alternatively, I could do it the same way I did the participants, which is a many-to-many relationship, right?
Okay.
Like if you click on like the CJ and the Duke, go find CJ and the Duke in there. He's somewhere in there. Also, like I cannot believe all the different ways people describe their name just slightly differently.
Yeah, you mean like the difference between like, oh yeah,
like I want normalization on everybody's name. Anyways, it's still searching for Looney because it never cleared it. So click on the X in the top right. That's a bug. I should fix that.
not a
when
bug.
you click on the
that's a small bug. That's a easy to.
Well, I mean, you could argue that it's a feature. Like if you're searching Service Portal and you want to see what Jace has about it, and
Yeah,
what
like
Andrew
you just don't
has
want,
about it.
like you don't want to be clicking over here in another pane and then just have your search bar just destroyed. But
right.
yeah.
So, but you got to click on CJ and the Duke for whatever reason. I think it puts you back on all.
Well, no, I cleared it and it cleared.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it probably pushed back to all.
Which
but
makes
sense. So you can see here. So I just did a new import,
mm-hmm.
and I must have brought in them a third time. But you can see there's Robert the Duke Fedork as one entry, Corey CJ Wesley is another, and now there's Robert the Duke Fedork ampersand Corey CJ Wesley from yet another source. So I'll have to clean that up. But the cool thing about this is I eventually want to make those clickable, so you can say like show matching or filter out. So if you want to see all of Robert's content or all of Corey's content or none of Robert's content, like you could easily click on that and say like exclude this.
Yeah, that's awesome. That would be neat. I mean,
but I could solve brand the same way though. I could use brand like more like a tag than a brand than like a
right. Yeah, like it's more like a it's metadata, right, about it, where you could just tag a bunch. You could even tag multiple brands to the same piece of content if you really wanted to, like a word cloud. I don't know.
Yeah. Robert Fedork saying in chat that the same problem applies to the Mavericks stuff he did, where he has somebody else associate thing. And I totally agree. And I want to make it easy for someone to like say, hey, Jace was in this video, or
right.
Mark Scott was in that video, or Andrew Albidor was in this other video.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah.
So it's all pretty neat stuff. I'm really proud of it though. So I don't have a good way to take submissions, but if any of you guys have content that isn't here, I want it.
Submissions. You know what you could do? since we're co-branding the stream, you can call my 1-800 number for Jace.
I totally agree. I left a message there the other day. I don't know if you got it, but it's 1-888. Is it? I don't want to get it wrong.
1-888 for Phoenix Dev, as in 1-888. If you need me for me, call Phoenix Dev. Like that's what you came up with. You came up with that number.
Well, I mean, you said, wouldn't it be cool to own this? And then I found how to own it. And you're like, bye.
I couldn't give it up. It was perfect. I've always wanted a 1-800 number. I mean, what kid hasn't sat at home at wanting a 1-800 number?
I mean, I don't know that I wanted one. But then again, I also got a phone number that has my name in it.
It's like a vanity domain name, right? Like you've got a few of those. So
my phone number actually has Jace in it.
Right. Yeah.
So now you guys only need to guess 1,000 times to find the right number to call me. Oh, wait, no, it's more than that.
I should give you an extension, like press 2 for Jace. You do that. You do that. Press,
yeah.
press 2 if you heard about the Jace, the news.jace.pro on a live stream, like, and then called this number. Like, what? Like, yeah, that's way too far down the rabbit hole, my friend. Like, that's way too. There's no way. Like, no one's gonna take that call to action. And then,
Can I show you one more really cool thing about this site?
please.
Stop. All right, go to a feed that's not CJ and the Duke, because I still have to fix a problem with multiple authors making the screen way too wide. Go to any other feed.
Who should we go to? Who are we going to feature? Well, Drew was on. Let's look at some of Drew's content here.
That's right. Let's look at some of Drew's content. And now make the browser really small.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Exposing secrets. I'm sorry.
There's secrets.
So when you're logged in, the buttons look really terrible on the right.
This is a video I'm trying to do for resumes. Anyway,
but if you make it like on the phone, I don't think it's too terrible. I would like anybody's opinion in the chat if they want to check it out. News.jace.pro. But like the tap targets are nice and big. Like, you don't see most of those buttons unless you're logged in, and you're not going to log in unless you want to add something.
Right. But,
I do plan on making that add something public. So like if somebody wants to submit something without being logged in, like they can submit it, but make it not visible. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun working on this, and I've learned so much about how things work and the tool we work on for a living by making this thing.
Isn't that awesome? You get a new appreciation for what ServiceNow abstracts away. I think you and I were talking about that earlier. Just the sheer amount of crap you don't have to deal with as a developer or even an admin. Well, it's awesome.
I thought I knew business rules before I made this thing. Turns out I didn't.
It's like there's a lot of stuff that's happening.
Business rules seems like such a simple concept, and outside of ServiceNow, by the way, a word that's used to describe this kind of thing is middleware. So if you want to see other things like business rules, I didn't know that. When I found that out, it was like 6 weeks of, oh my god, this exists other places.
That's awesome.
But when you have a before query business rule, like you're literally eliminating records from your result set.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And when you have an after query business rule, you can actually modify the results that show up on a form. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or is it after? An after read business rule.
An after read business rule. So after.
Okay. So say you made an incident record and you wanted to make the short description always say Mark is the best.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. You could add an after read rule on incident. And you could say after read incident that short description equals Mark is the best.
Wow.
Okay. When you look up a list of incidents, the short description is still going to show whatever the short description was. But if you click into a single record, it'll replace that content with Mark is the best.
That's awesome. I didn't.
Right.
Oh, that's a little tidbit. Yeah.
Right. But also, it's like, well, why can't I replace the stuff on a list? And it's because you don't have the result set inside the after read rule.
Yeah.
You only have access to one record.
A record at a time, as opposed to the list read. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. I was thinking about ways that you could protect PII data. Right. Yeah. So for instance, if you go to that site you were just on and you go to the user list, you can't see emails. I made it by default. Emails are just not visible. You can see the email field and you can see an amassed version of the email, but it's all hidden. We don't need to see that stuff. I would argue we don't need to see that stuff in ServiceNow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally agreed. Yeah. I mean, I've had that issue, right? Even with the clone down, right? When you clone down, it would be nice to anonymize the data automatically. There's
a tool for that outside of ServiceNow I've been looking into called Snaplet.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And they actually make it so you can clone down production data and run transformations to it before you clone it down to your local machine. So you have like PII and PHI, like compliant data locally to build against.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. Interesting. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah. But this whole journey has been really amazing because I've learned GraphQL and Prisma and Postgres and React. And like I get a lot of those things don't apply to ServiceNow. And as much as everybody at ServiceNow says the new, next, now, future, something in the next eon experience isn't based on React. It's like React because it's using JSX and it's using a React-like concepts. So if you know React, like it'll only help you in those situations, I believe.
Right. Well, yeah, and I mean, it's it's definitely going to translate, right? Because it's React centric, I would say, from what I've seen, at least from what I've seen in the demos that I've seen. It's very React-ish. Just like it's not true Angular, right, inside of the portal, but it's like
no, that is totally true Angular. It's true Angular 1.5.3.
Okay, so then that's the difference. Is it's an older version.
It's an older version that can never be upgraded.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when I search for Angular syntax, I'm like it's not usually great. Like when I search for portal jelly script or Angular directives ServiceNow, that tends to give me the results that I want.
Yeah.
Well,
cool. I'm really glad we were able to take a look at this.
Yeah, this was fun. It was nice. It was a short little stream. And you know what I learned? Out of all of this, do you know what I learned?
I don't know what you learned.
You get a decent amount of engagement on LinkedIn for these live streams.
We got a huge amount of engagement on LinkedIn. Well, you know what?
Decent about. I'm not saying huge. I just said, hey, there was some chat. There was some friends I hadn't seen in a while. I'm like, okay, so LinkedIn is the way to get the word out.
I totally want to add to that news site some analytics like stuff for content creators. Because my idea behind having the site be database driven was I wanted to give the people like the Fedorics, the Droogs access to like, you know what? I don't want this content shared anymore. I don't like Jace having it on a site. I want to be able to take it out, take it down. Or maybe you want to point it to a new source because like maybe the content changed. Like I'm not saying that that's the best way, but like,
but at least it democratizes it a little bit, right? Where it's like, hey, if you want to take if you want to take advantage of my site that you want to edit your content on, that's totally fine. No,
I'm not ready to do that yet, but I do have the stuff in place to do that. Where like a group can be assigned to owning the feed and managing the things inside of the feed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I've thought a lot about this kind of stuff, and Robert Fedora gave me a lot of great ideas almost like a year ago, but it's been a long time. I think this is my 5th or 4th rewrite of this news.jace.pro site.
Wow. Yeah. This is it's funny because I feel like I have those projects, right? Those projects that you kind of carry with you from tech stack to tech stack. You just kind of rebuild over. Like it's like, well, this is the project that teaches me how to do, whatever it is that you do, right? You learn a little bit more about it, the tech stack, every time you rebuild this project. I love that. I absolutely love that. Like, and I've got a couple that, a couple of projects that I like to rebuild on every tech stack that I kind of touch. So yeah, it's fun.
I would love to see your in progress tech stack projects that you've learned from. If you are willing to share them at some point, not today, of course.
Yeah, let's not do it today. I've got actually this is the one with I was on Let's Go Happy Hour. We were messing with theme parks, right? That's the one I'm constantly rebuilding. So I could take you through that one. That was a lot of fun.
One thing that's weird about this whole data set that I have here with the ServiceNow news data. So I ran these scripts to pull this data in. And right now the IDs are just integers. Like it's not.
Sure.
I feel like that's cheating. Like I should have like a GUID or like a CUID for the ID field, or like the unique token. But something weird that happened with it is for some reason it jumped like 80,000 numbers in the ID field on these tables, and I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's all referencing properly stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that is so bizarre.
You know what that does? That makes it a lot harder for someone to scrape all those IDs off your website.
Well, right now you can't even see. you can't even see the IDs if you're
Right.
if
Okay.
you don't have an account. And even if you have an account, even if you have an account, you don't have access to it. Like, because you try to submit an item and it won't let you submit it. Like, you can't even get to it in the GUI to get that stuff. Like, everything requires a role and everything requires auth, unless you're on the like 2 public services I made where I said these fields are explicitly visible publicly.
Sure. Yeah. Huh. Cool. Hey man, it's getting
Should
late.
we end it here or
Yeah,
should we do something
close it out.
else?
I think it was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Let's close
sounds
it out.
good to me.
This is fun. This was good enough for my my testing purposes, right? I
Or
told Jason, I was like, look, I want to get hooked up to LinkedIn because I want to see what happens on LinkedIn. Like, I don't know. I've never seen streaming on LinkedIn before. Let's do it. I see other
well, if
people.
you can't pull the video down for your fun editorial stuff, I'll pull it down from YouTube and send you a page.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, this would be fun. It'd be fun to see. Like this is new. This is a new way of doing things. So yeah, I'm interested.
Cool.
Awesome.
It was fun. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Yeah. Glad you hopped on.
Oh, people, follow me on Twitter at Jace Benson.
It's down here, man. It's been running the whole time.
Oh, I'm just so slow.
No, I've got you, my friend. Like I'm telling you, I've got you. Yeah.
You can't continue past my screen.
Yeah, but it's there. Everyone gets it. No, we'll wait. There it goes. And
All right.
all right. Yeah. No, this is great. And it's been there, so it's encoded in the video. So good luck, everybody that wants to steal our videos. No one, nobody.
All right, man.
Yeah. All righty. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm guessing we're going to do this again because it was nice and low pressure and fun. So this was awesome. Cool.
Talk to you later.
Thanks, everybody. Take it easy.